Harry, Rebecca, Jenny, from the newest startup in the world. It's got to be like a world record, literally 30 seconds old.
Yeah, reckon 30 seconds.
Welcome to Irish Startup TV. So tell us about the week. It sounds like there's been a lot of pivots.
Yeah, a lot of pivots.
Okay.
I reckon. Good word. Paul Adams' least liked word. Yeah, I think it was. It's been an interesting week. I think is the great.
Definitely.
We've done an awful lot. We started a business on Monday.
Okay.
We ended a business today, and we've started a new business. So in total, we've started 2 businesses this week.
Lots of enterprise experience.
Yeah, for sure. Liquidations and so forth. And
Definitely.
Startups. So tell us then, what was the first idea?
So basically, it was called BetaHub. And we originally went at it thinking this would be a great way, an online network, to involve new entrepreneurs and allow them to break into the startup community by getting them in contact with other new entrepreneurs, and also giving them access to all the startup event, information and all this kind of thing that allows them to learn and grow as an entrepreneur and grow their startup. So that was the...
So basically LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Okay.
LinkedIn, but targeted
specifically. But with a specific niche audience of young people who want to get involved. Maybe not just young people, but those that wish to get involved in startups. Jenny, you've been involved in the Startup Weekend before.
I have, yeah. Dublin Startup Weekend in July in Google. It's great fun.
Fantastic. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really, really nice to work with people who were more experienced than me. But I learned a lot of invaluable information from the speakers, and just working as a team of 10 people.
Fantastic.
So
and Harry, you're a seasoned vet at this stage at startups?
Yeah, I suppose. 2 years at it now, so
okay.
I still haven't made much money, so it's going well, I think.
It's all about learning.
A lot of experience. Yeah, a lot of experience at this stage.
And Rebecca, did you have some startup experience before you entered this program?
No, I'm fairly new to the startup scene. But I'm enthusiastic about it, and I love coming up with ideas and problems to solve. And I do have experience with business and marketing and sales and various things like that. So I've done internship at LinkedIn and things like this. So I was just eager, and I just applied to the program, and so here I am.
So what next, guys? So it sounds like, to be fair, you've had a really good idea. I'm not going to go into why you decided not to pursue it. I'm sure you have your reasons. But what are you going to do now? What do you reckon?
I suppose we're at our second startup now. I don't think we can start another startup this week. I think 3 would be too much.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so I think really what we're trying to do now is trying to get our idea ready. We've just over 24 hours to build an idea and then put a presentation together and pitch it, so it's quite extreme time pressure.
Well, Jenny's been through a startup weekend where slightly more than 24 hours, 72 hours, they managed to get an idea through, so it's definitely possible.
Doable, definitely. But yeah, I think we move on from personally from the experience that we learned from doing that. It was tough enough building a company over a week, never mind a day. So it'll be interesting to see how that kind of affects how we do more business in the future from a personal point of view.
I really appreciate your honesty. Mark Little talks a lot about fail hard, fail better. It's the Beckett quote. I think it's really impressive that you've come into this program and you picked up and you're just going to crack on. I love that resilience. People got to learn about resilience.
Yeah, I think that's it. But no, there were a few reasons why we didn't. I mean, it was just we didn't really research our market properly and as much as we could have. And I think the more people we spoke to, the more we realized that maybe it wasn't the best idea. But we kind of wanted to believe ourselves, because we didn't want to come to this moment that we did this morning where we were like, look, we're just going to have to leave it there.
What advice then would you have for other startuppers that, I think it's probably better sometimes just to walk away from things and move on.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for somebody in a similar position?
I would say you can be optimistic and you can be positive about your idea, and if you really believe that you want this problem to be solved, you want to run with it, well then do it. But don't try to trick yourself into believing that there are people out there who want it. If your metrics aren't showing, if it's just not working,
You can't flog a dead horse.
You shaking your head, Harry.
You can't flog a dead horse. I think we learned that really the hard way this morning. The dead horse was dead and buried at this stage, and we were still trying to flog it. So.
Or take it and go at it at a different angle as well.
Yeah.
I mean, with a bit more time, maybe we could have taken it and gone at a different angle, but I think we thought, we should leave it here.
4 days, and then pitch it on the 5th.
Okay.
You can't really do much. We're trying to find out how to make money from something, if you can't. But I think that you don't just look at something if you really just don't know how to do it. And we kind of lost the passion. I think at any rate, you're passionate about something, and then it kind of more you look into it, less passionate you are about it. And if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you shouldn't be doing it.
Guys, there's a presentation tomorrow evening, but it's my understanding that it's not a competition, it's a presentation. I think it's really important to focus that this is very much a learning opportunity. And I think it's really impressive that you've come through and that you've had possibly the toughest learning out of all the groups. So I commend you for that. It's really impressive. So dig deep, turn it around, and just focus on the positives. It must have been a great week. Joanie?
Yeah, I really enjoyed working with these guys, and it's just
making new friends.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just a shame that we had to kind of, bury it. But there's one of the quotes that I really liked by one of the speakers, and it said, "Don't find a customer for your product, find a product for your customer." So
yeah, that's really good advice.
Focus on.
So Rebecca, what were your highlights of the week?
Well, definitely meeting these two, because we didn't know each other beforehand. Getting to know them and stuff, and seeing, it was really interesting actually, because we were just grouped together, but we work really well together. So it was good how we were brought together like this. But,
how did that work then? Did somebody say this is your group, or did you?
Yeah, that's just how it was done. We all applied individually, and then David, who's running this program, just kind of grouped us together and said these are your teammates. So so definitely meeting these two, and kind of, for me, the best experience was just getting into the scene, because this is new to me, and it's definitely something that I'm going to go on and do more in the future. So that's
really whetted your appetite. And Harry, your highlights?
Highlights. I suppose let's say working with the two girls has been great. It's been interesting. I'm usually a lone horse, I think, or whatever you want to call it. Yep. I usually like working by myself as such, so it's interesting working in a team. You learn a lot from working with other people, especially people that haven't necessarily worked in the same area as you, just starting out, whatever it may be. It's interesting to do. I think also about how we approach ideas and what to look at when you're starting a new idea is definitely something that I've learned from the whole experience. But yeah, all in all, it's been a good experience working with the two girls, and hopefully we do well tomorrow.
Guys, fair play. It sounds like, really, I'm going to reiterate that you've had a really tough experience, but it sounds like you've learned a huge amount from it, so that's got to be super positive. So chin up, and well done for sticking with the process.
Thanks for
well done, guys.
Yep.
Alright, Rebecca and Joanie, thank you so much.
Thank you.